channel. It's Jade here and I hope you all are doing well. Today's video is going to be another restaurant review, and the restaurant we're going to be reviewing is called Ox Lounge. Now you guys, I have to say the first time I heard of this, see, please don't laugh, I actually thought it was a place that they serve primarily like oxtail or something for the level. Yes, I realize how crazy that sounds, but I actually thought it was a place that they sell primarily like oxtail or whatever. Turns out we go to this restaurant and I've actually been there before, but it was more like, because it's actually a restaurant and lounge, but the time I'd gone there, we went to the lounge and not the actual restaurant. Okay, so why did we go to this restaurant? We went there for a friend's 30th birthday. So we went like on a Wednesday, I believe, and was it a Wednesday? I think it was a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday, yeah. And it was pretty like empty. There weren't a lot of people. We're like the only people around. I think just maybe two other sets of people came in to dine. So that's actually what got us to go to Ox. Like, it's not a place that I would have just generally thought to go to because there's really not a lot of noise about it in my experience. If you go to their page, you'll find out that they talk about having celebrities in their place all the time. I don't know, I'm guessing it's because of the lounge, but either way, let's just get right into the review. Okay, so let's talk about the ambience of lounge. You guys, I actually really like the ambience because this place looks like some form of Nollywood, did I say Nollywood? Hollywood walk. They have like some what do you call those things, barricades that you can walk in. It's like a movie star entrance kind of setting, so it looks really fancy, and I think they did a lot of work on like the walls. They have like so much art. The theme of the place is really beautiful, and because it's a lounge as well, they have like a disco ball on the roof. It looks really good, honestly. I think it's the kind of place that you would really love for pictures. It's actually a really nice environment. So because of that, I'm going to be giving them a 9/10 for ambience, and I'm sure you're asking where the remaining one is. There's always room for improvement, okay? There's always room for improvement. Anyway, to be honest, like, I actually really did enjoy the ambience of the place, and yeah, so very good on ambience. Let's talk about the service, guys. Now, this may be very difficult to talk about because it was actually a birthday. It was a day that was not packed, so it might not really depict what their average weekend going to the restaurant is going to be like, right? So just take note of that caveat. But that's when I went, so that's what I can tell you about, okay? So basically, their service was okay to me. However, the waiter did not made a mistake. He placed an order for something that somebody didn't order, and for us being in a restaurant on a day that is not packed, I feel like you should be able to hear what people say. So I don't know, I mean, that was the only thing, and in general it was an okay service. They attended to us well. Like I said in one of my previous videos, I think for key restaurants, they were not jovial. I think you can be jovial. I think you should be jovial. Anyway, so I'm going to be giving them a 15/20 because they did what they were meant to do. They brought their food and everything, but I definitely do think that there are areas for improvement. Now, let's get into the worst part of this place. See, you guys, the worst part of this place is the price. There are some meals that are just ridiculous. So Chris wanted to order something called beef tempura or something like that, and because it was a birthday dinner, the prices were not written on the menu. It was like a special like menu that was made with our friend's name and whatnot, so they hadn't put the prices on it. You guys, can you imagine that you are doing a set menu for a birthday and you are not removing anything from the cost of those things? For me, that's not a set menu. That's not how to do set menu. If you want to do set menu, you should pick certain items and say, okay, you guys can pick out of these 3 items or 4 items or 5 items, and we're going to give you a reduced amount. Let's say these items are normally big ticket items. You reduce it. That is why, for me, that's the whole purpose of having a set menu, so that you know, okay, for sure these guys are going to spend this amount of money, so I'm going to give them this kind of discounts. Everybody's going to spend this amount. Whatever it is going to cost 10k. Whatever it is going to cost 15k or 20k or whatever per head. That's how it's meant to be. This meal was 33,000 naira. One meal was 30. I'm like, why? It didn't make sense to me anyway. So they are not getting a good score for that. Even my meal cost 14,000 naira. You guys, it was just a random seafood shrimp or something funny like that. Why should that cost 14,000? It should cost half the amount, or worst case 10k, or in fact 8.5. There's really no reason why that meal should cost that much. So for the price they're going to be getting I was even going to give them a 12 before, but honestly I think I'm going to give them a 9. They're getting a 9 over 20, because like the pricing just did not make sense to me. There's just no reason why you should charge that much for regular schmegler food. Okay, anyway, let's get to the taste. The taste of their food was okay. There was nothing spectacular about it. I think the only person's food I had other than mine was Chris's food, and also they brought some starters and things, and suya, we had platters because it was a birthday. So those things were nice, they were enjoyable. I really enjoyed their gizzard, by the way. If you have the opportunity, you should order that gizzard. It's really good, and their suya was really well seasoned. Now, in terms of my own meal, which was I'm going to try and get the name for you guys, because you need to know what you should order and what you should not order. So basically this honestly I cannot remember the name. Anyway, I'll look it up and let you guys know. This pasta was very basic. I think most of the seasoning was left on the top, so it wasn't that great. But Chris's meal was actually really nice. So based on the varying whatever, I would just be giving them a 40 over 50, because I think it depends on what you order. It's not like the food was bad in any way. There wasn't anything I can call out and say, okay, this was a bad meal. It wasn't a bad meal. I just feel that my own meal that I ordered was not mind-blowing. However, every other thing that I tasted was pretty good. I did not order any of their drinks simply because it was too expensive. 1, 2, I'm actually trying to cut back my my food intake and alcohol intake. If it's not a weekend, if it's not like an occasion or anything, I really just don't want to be compulsorily having cocktails or alcohol drinks. That's just my personal decision. So I did not have any of their cocktails, but in general the taste was not bad. So I'm going to give them a 40 over 50. Now, because I changed their score, you guys are going to have to give me some time to recalculate it. Okay, so overall they're getting a 7.3 over 10. It's still a good restaurant, but I definitely think that their pricing is ridiculous. I feel like they've made up this whole thing about themselves where they expect people to feel like, oh, because some celebrities have visited the place. I'm actually going to show you guys their Instagram. They actually like highlight some people like Davido. Davido is the person I remember clearly, and I think Burna Boy as well. I think they try to like make the place expensive because of that. They also have like a valet service at the door. They have like this kind of, oh, do you have a reservation stuff at the door? Like, I feel like it's this faux luxury that Nigerians try to do, and I feel like that's why they made this place expensive. But I really do not think that the food that they're serving is worth the amount. Don't get me wrong, the food is great, but is it worth the amount? I don't think so. Do I recommend this place? Honestly, no. I don't recommend for you to go to dinner there. I feel like you can go to dinner in a place that has less expensive food and get a good experience and a good meal. I don't think you have to spend 33,000 naira on a meal before it's good enough to have, and that is excluding any other thing. No starter, no drink, just the meal. 33k I don't think is necessary. So that is how I feel about it. I don't think you should go there. If you want to go there, of course you can, but I really don't recommend it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. You can also follow me on my social if you want to hear from me more regularly. Thanks for watching. Bye.